His name is Hawaiian, for cool breeze over the mountains, which on the one hand is a fitting moniker for one of the most laid-back stars in Hollywood, but on the other hand doesn't fit at all, considering that more than half of this guy's movies are highly explosive adrenaline fests made of pure action awesomeness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have some fun with checking out all the reasons why Keanu Reeves is the perfect choice to be our action hero of the week. Keanu grew up mainly in Toronto, then dropped out of high school and moved to LA to become a movie star. A smart choice, because if he hadn't, we never would have gotten to enjoy hits like the wacky comedy Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the heist flick Point Break, and Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, to name but a few. Then in 1994, Keanu co-starred with Sandra Bullock in the action thriller Speed. The plot follows a city bus that's rigged to explode if it travels slower than 50 miles per hour. Keanu plays a police officer who hops on board and saves the day.
Running and jumping and playing and, saving the girl and saving everybody and, I don't know, I mean, from that point of view, it's just, it's fun.
It won 2 Oscars and was an amazing commercial and critical hit, turning Reeves into a new action hero almost overnight, even though he was smart enough to leave all the stunts to the professionals.
It's hard for me to say I did the stunt, because if it was a stunt, they would have hired a stuntman. So Gary Himes, the stunt coordinator, would set up situations that would give the illusion that there was peril, and then I would act in that.
However, instead of embracing his newfound action hero stardom, he famously turned down Speed 2, instead doing things like taking a pay cut so he could star opposite Al Pacino in the legal drama The Devil's Advocate. Skipping Speed 2 actually turned out to be a wise choice in the end, though, because, well, let's just say that it wasn't the best action movie ever made, and quickly move on to cooler stuff. Which instantly brings us to the movie that gave Keanu his most epic role of all time, and the biggest blockbuster of his career, a 1999 masterpiece we've all heard of.
It's called The Matrix. It's a science fiction film. It's very exciting, very exciting.
The Matrix was the first part of a trilogy, but especially that first one is absolutely fantastic. It's not only among the best science fiction stories ever told, but one of the most perfect movies ever made. Seriously, each and every shot is a cinematic masterpiece. And in the midst of it all is Reeves, keeping it cool while portraying one of the greatest heroes of all time.
When I first read the script, it was something that I was like, oh my God, thank God someone wrote this. I just thought I'm a science fiction fan. I loved what they did with the characters and the ideas that they had. The idea of, the real world and, the Matrix, and Zion, and, the whole idea of the development of the machines becoming the oppressor and the nature of consciousness. Fantastic. And the fun and the kung fu and,
The 2005 supernatural spectacle Constantine also deserves special mention. Keanu plays a demon hunter who kills unholy minions by the hundreds, and has even been to hell to pick a fight with Lucifer himself. It seems everyone's after him in this film, from vile beasts to angels straight from heaven. Keanu stands his ground like a proper action hero, though, and proves he's not to be messed with.
Background, 3, 2, 1,
Over the years, the actor has continued to choose a diverse array of projects, from the Matrix sequels to reteaming with Bullock for the romance film The Lake House, to showing off his martial arts knowledge in his directorial debut, Man of Tai Chi.
That was really fun to do. I love fake fights. Fake fights are fun. Movie fights are fun.
In 2014, though, Reeves managed to merge his love of psychological dramas with his love of doing all his own stunts in John Wick, the surprisingly touching tale of a hitman who returns from retirement to seek revenge.
I try to do as much as I can, and there's judo and jiu-jitsu, and that turns into gun fu where you do both things, and driving cars around and sliding them, and the weapon work, and then just the fight scenes. It's a real pleasure, it's a real challenge, but the challenge is the gift.
The star returned as the unstoppable assassin in 3 more explosive sequels, with Chapter 4 pushing him to his physical limits like never before.
Yeah, we've got nunchucks, we've got cars, there's some sword fights, we've got the amazing Donnie Yen and Hiroyuki Sanada, and I think the action in this it's the most action we have in any of the John Wick films, and Probably the most complicated.
In 2025, the beloved saga took a lethal turn with Ballerina, a sleek, hard-hitting spin-off starring Ana de Armas as a relentless assassin on a mission for revenge. But Ana wasn't the only reason Reeves put back on Wick's iconic suit.
Yeah, I mean, one of the cool things for me about being part of Ballerina is that it does kind of open up. You're getting to see more than, you see this kind of corridor or rooms or characters. And with Ballerina, we have Winston's back and Sharon and John Wick, but you're also getting to meet new characters and a little Angelica Houston's back, so a little bit more about the Ruska Roma, diving into how is the training, what is the culture, and then you're also meeting new hierarchies and new people with power.
For all the bullets he's dodged, cars he's crashed, and blades he's swung, Keanu Reeves stays refreshingly down to earth. More artist than action hero.
I just feel really grateful to have had the opportunity to, since a young person, to have the chance to work as an artist and for the experiences that I've had.